What's going on, family? So this is another episode of Super Wiz's Guides to Standards and Expectations. So I kind of just wanted to talk about how you got different things that make up who we are, right? You got this concept that input equals output, but it connects to something else as well. Output also determines habit, and habit equates to who we are or who we become. So in order to change the person that you are, if you're out here looking for the deep dive and you really want to improve yourself and be better than you were the day before, then there's a few steps you got to take in order to accomplish that. It's not an overnight change, but it's also not an easily sought out change. If it was easy, then everybody would do it, right? If it was easy, it also probably wouldn't be worth it. So as we change our input, so we start to switch up the things that we do, the time and how we spend it, the food we eat, the music we listen to, we have to kind of evaluate everything at a level of at three different levels. You got positive, you got negative, and you kind of just got neutral. So you got things that are good for you because they produce good things in your life, positive results. You got things that are bad for you because they immediately take from you. You feel bad. The interaction ends up making you mentally sick, spiritually sick, physically sick. And then you got things that are kind of neutral because you can't ignore those things that you do that are just to pass the time. They're not necessarily good, but they don't necessarily hurt you either. Because when it comes to things like that, it's kind of dangerous game to play when you want things to change, but you're afraid of making mistakes, and it leads to you kind of just playing the fence where you're not really on either side of it. You're literally on the fence and won't make a decision one way or the other. So when you look at all this and evaluate yourself, you have to keep in mind quite a few different things as far as reflection and value. So as you do these things, you want to think what's the real value to me? So as I trade off one interaction for another, which one is more important? Which one actually has to do with me? Because I'm looking for internal change. I'm seeking out internal growth. So am I exchanging my external interactions for internal love? Or am I interchanging one external for another external? So I don't get too caught up on terms. I give examples. So if hanging out with the guys isn't really a good thing for me because they always want to go out and drink, right? So I start kind of letting them know hey man, I'm not really feeling too good, or I don't feel like going out, or I just want to kind of chill. That could seem like a good thing because I'm spending time with me and myself, but so other things that go to it too. It's not always not that cut and dry. Let's say I kind of been down and out and hadn't been out much lately and hadn't been eating too much and just kind of been in my head about stuff. Then in that case, exchanging that situation, that environment, for getting out of the house, having a reason to, shower, shave up, put on some clothes, smell good, and kind of rebolster my confidence, that would be a positive interaction. But the negative part just comes from is I'm going out every weekend and I don't even have the gas money to go out. You know what I mean? I got a car, but I got to ride with somebody else. That's where it would be man, I'm doing too much. So you kind of have to take things and reflect on them. That's where reflection comes in. Or you sit and evaluate, how much are you actually doing? What are you doing and why are you doing it? When you take the time to evaluate and reflect, you see a lot of yourself, your true self, and not this person that we try to be in order to kind of protect ourselves in the world, or to impress others, or to make people think a certain thing about us, you know? When you start to reflect, you're able to identify who that person really is, you know? To remove all those masks and be somebody different. Because just like a die, or, you know, set of dice, you can't see all the faces on the die at the same time. And that's how we are. That's how others are. You can't just see every facet of a person just from interacting with them a couple of times. The same way that sitting and reflecting and meditating for a week can't really reveal every aspect of you and grow every part of you that needs growth and love. So there's a lot to it, you know. You just got to be patient with yourself, love yourself, and never really give up. You never give up. I mean, I've been making these videos for about 3 years now, and I'm still learning. I mean, I haven't even posted every single lesson just because I took time to actually learn, and, you know, not to document as much. I was allowing myself to live. These were an outlet for me in the beginning, and over time they became a way to speak to you, you know, people who need that information. I'm just here to share. I'm not better than anybody else. I'm just here in this massive area and space that we all share, and there's just some information that I've been around a little bit more to get, so I'm passing it out. But I'm also receiving a lot too. That's how I'm able to give it out. So I hope this helps somebody. Let me know what you think, you know, whether it be something you like to share or something you'd like for me to share. Drop it down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and share.